The German news weekly Der Spiegel is to publish a 23-page special report on how one of its award-winning reporters faked stories for years and dealt a blow to media credibility.
Here's a summary of the article.
The German news weekly Der Spiegel is to publish a 23-page special report on how one of its award-winning reporters faked stories for years and dealt a blow to media credibility. Klaus Relotius, 33, resigned after admitting making up stories and inventing protagonists in more than a dozen articles in the magazine's print and online editions. "Tell it like it is," wrote Der Spiegel on its latest magazine cover page, in an allusion to the publication's motto coined by its founder, Rudolf Austin, that also hangs at the entrance of its headquarters in Hamburg. Relotius had written for the magazine for 7 years and won numerous awards for his investigative journalism, including CNN's Journalist of the Year prize in 2014. Der Spiegel said it was lucky that one of our employees managed to uncover this case. The AfD, whose supporters often attack the mainstream media as the lying press, has been openly gloating over the scandal. One of its MPs, Götz Frömming, tweeted, ironically, "The Spiegel, the self-claimed leading media outlet that likes to slag off Trump, AfD and co., has been for years delivering the best fake news via Relotius."
This post received a score of 56,156, with an upvote ratio of 93%. Here are the top comments in response to this article.
He did a story about Fergus Falls, Minnesota. In 7,300 words he really only got our town's population and average annual temperature correct, and a few other basic things, like the names of businesses and public figures, things that a child could figure out in a Google search. The rest is uninhibited fiction. Full breakdown of his outright fictitious lies about the small Minnesota town here.
I thought that was it too, but it wasn't. And #X200B. And #X200B. When I went to Der Spiegel to see the Fergus piece, it was already flagged as being investigated. And #X200B. And #X200B.
Reading that and reading about Fergus Falls, there's a theme here. He got away for so long because he wrote stuff that confirmed people's opinions, Mexicans out, and that case study of the coal town that lived American sniper. Truthfully, I don't expect Der Spiegel to identify their own political bias as part of the problem, but it's probably not a coincidence that he got away with this shit because he was writing almost exclusively about some Trump never land that exists primarily in liberal imaginations.
If you want to go around claiming political bias is the source of the problem in journalism, then you're going to have to shut down every damn newspaper and TV news channel. It's not really the political bias that's the problem, it's sensationalism and lying. You can be politically biased and still factual.
Good on them for doing the right thing. There will always be con men, the real challenge is what you do when you find out. Transparency and honesty will give them a fighting chance. It's gonna be bumpy. I really hope the cards fall in favor of journalistic integrity.
I don't see this as a challenge to Spiegel's journalistic integrity or even public image. The transparent manner in which they have chosen to deal with this should inspire admiration and trust among their readership.
Greater than journalistic integrity or even public image. Props to them for dealing with it, to be sure, but it is a blow because it took so long to be caught. We're not talking a few stories, we're talking about a body of work over half a decade.
Winning several awards, CNN award included, without anyone ever even bothered to check the sources, just taking it on blind faith.
Greater than without anyone ever even bothered to check the sources. As a German, I can explain you why that happened. Calling up the sources to confirm what they say generally does not happen in Central European journalism. Yes, the fact-checking team confirms locations, prices, businesses, and people mentioned in the story. They check on maps if distances between cities are mentioned in a correct way, they check a town's number of inhabitants if mentioned, they check the spelling of names in phone books or genealogical databanks. Usually they only check the notes the journalist took on his pad during the interviews.
This video was automatically created by Reddit to speech. The article and comments in this video were selected from Reddit according to their upvotes, and any paraphrasing was performed by smmry.com, without any human intervention.